Hello everyone! This is happening today. I'm so excited. The van, the rust is gone. Gone. No more rust today. No more paint, no more all of this. So yeah, today I'm gonna show you what I've done with the van, everything that I did, how much it cost me, how much work it was. And I know some of you right now are just like, stop talking. I mean, show us the van. Just wait a little bit. I will, don't worry. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna tell you like all the product that I use, how much it cost me and all that stuff, and I'm gonna show you the van, don't worry. Alright, so this is all the product that I use. Whoop. Everything's falling. This is all the product that I use to paint the van. So I had some rust to remove. I did a primer, paint, degrease, between, and all that good stuff. So first of all, I want to say that I'm not an expert. There's a ton of video on YouTube to people who want to learn how to paint the van. Was the first time I've done that, so it's not a how-to video, not at all. It was just my experience. So it was a lot of work, a lot of more work than I thought it would be, to be honest. It took me, it's hard to tell how much time it took me, but probably 3 days of really hard work sanding the bottom of the van. So the only portion that I sand was the bottom. I'm going to show you exactly in a second. And so I sand all of this, and I had like a paint that the dealership put on in the bottom. So if you know what it is, please tell me. That thing was just like a rubber type of paint glued to my van. It was so hard to remove. So I had to remove all that with the 60 grit sandpaper, and after that I went to the 80 grit, the 120, and so that was like the big part that I've done with the sander. And after that I did some like small painting thing, sanding, sorry, with those grids. So 180, 320 and 800, between, like when I just wanted the coat to be like all like shiny for the last coat and all that. So this is what I did, and what I've did to kind of learn how to do this, because like I just said, it was the first time. So I watched a couple of videos online, but to be honest, what helped me the most, because online you're gonna see like, you're gonna watch like 3 or 4 video, and it's gonna be 3 or 4 different different technique of how to do it. So so I learned like not that I learned, but like I went in the back of the sandpaper, and they explain like, you know, like the grit that you're supposed to use to get the job done. And in the back of all my paint there's also like instruction on what you should do in between the coat and what you should sand and all that. So that's pretty much what I follow, and I use like one brand is the Dupli Cutter. This is just what I had in my local store, so this is what I used to paint the whole van. Primer and everything was in one brand, so I knew that kind of like would match. You will not have like problem in between the paint and all the primer. I don't know, I decided to just go with one brand, so I would not have any problem. And I also had some scratch, so I had some Bondo. I purchased this kit, and to be honest, this was probably too much money for what it was. It was just a small tube of Bondo and a bunch of sandpaper and a little kind of spatula if you want. So yeah, I probably should like just buy that tube of Bondo, and that would be good enough, especially that I already had those sandpaper. But I didn't really know what to look for and all that and what to do, so I went with the little kit. So I had like everything in one shot. So now did I show you how much it cost me, or did we go right away to the reveal of the paint? I mean, it's nothing special. I didn't change the color obviously, and the front, by the way, didn't get paint, so don't try to you know, it didn't get paid. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. I'm gonna go with the B-roll right now. So the whole van was painted from the bottom down, so all around. And here, those two panels from down here got painted too as well, because I had some big scratch. I think I have some picture or some B-roll of that, so I'm going to show you that too. It's not perfect, guys, okay? I don't pretend that it is. That it is 100% better than it was. Oh yeah. You know, I don't see the rust. It looked way better, but like I said, it's not perfect right now. The van didn't get like I didn't go like clean the van, so it's a little bit dusty, like the top especially, because I was not so worried about that. But I'm gonna probably wait a good week before I get the van power wash and all that, just because I want like really like the paint to get really hard and make sure that everything is alright before I just go with the power wash. So while I was painting the bottom of my van, I realized, look, why not painting the bumper as well black, so it look all nice. I didn't really like do the like, I had like some little rusting spot because of, you know, the rocks like hit that. I didn't really bother that much. I did a quick sand and paint over because that's something I'm gonna have to do anyway. So that's what I did. And I also did all the plastic, because after that I was like, oh, the plastic looked all gray beside it. So I shine all the plastic with this product. Maybe now I can tell you how much it costs and did I want to do it again and all that stuff. So let's go back inside and see how much it cost me. So this is right here, all my receipt that I got. So I ran several times in my local store to get the paint and sandpaper because I was running out of stuff. And I'm gonna show to you also that I got a couple extra thing. So I'm not gonna count that. The one thing that I'm not gonna count on, but I purchased, was my sander. So I purchased a sander. It was pretty much yeah, $100. So I'm not gonna count this on my total bill, but I'm gonna count how much it was for the paint, the sandpaper, and all that good stuff. So all the paint, everything that I purchased to paint the van, the bottom, cost me a lot of money. First of all, let's be honest. I'm gonna tell you what I could have saved money on, and also this is Canadian money, so take that into consideration. And yeah, it's expensive to live in British Columbia. Things are expensive, whatever I mean to say. So it cost me $458.43. I don't know if you can see this, but whatever. This is all it cost me, with everything except the sander. So sandpaper, everything that I show you in Fan Dash, this is what I got for $458. I could have saved money on a couple things. First of all, some area that I've done that I had to sand twice because I didn't like it. And you know, that was the first time that I've done this, so it was really new to me. So yeah, so a couple of times that I prime and I look at it, I'm like, I don't like it, then I just sand the whole thing and went back. So right now I have like half a can of primer left. So instead of buying, I think I buy 3 cans of primer, I could just like got 2 if I didn't do things twice. Also I have like a full pack of 15 pack of like sandpapers, 80 grit. So yeah, that, you know, couple of dollars there too. And I also paint the van at one afternoon, and it was like just getting a little bit windy, and I could tell that all my paint was just like flying off. So I stopped. So I probably lost like at least a can of paint there. So my recommendation, if you do have some rust to take care of like I had, take care of it, okay? Don't wait. Do it as soon as possible. I wish I'd have done it last summer, but I was just so busy working 50 hours a week, and the inside of my van was not done too, so I pulled that off. So yeah, I'm happy that I've done it. I wish I'd have done it a little bit sooner though, but it's all good. So yeah, do it. Do the paint like as best as you can. But I found that, so I have one of my friend, Chrome from Vanlife. If you follow him, he did his whole van 1 or 2 years ago. He painted the whole thing with a can of paint, okay? So do it that way. I feel it could be a little bit easier because you don't have to match like the shiny perfect paint of that the company done and try to match with, you know, your job, which is not perfect. Obviously, just a can of paint, spray paint, you know, it's not perfect. And it's outside too. So if you do have a friend who do have a shop, highly recommend that you do it this way. It will save you probably some paint because it's not gonna fly and you're not gonna have to stop like I had to stop so many times because like a big cloud would come in. I was like, oh no, it's gonna ruin my paint. What I'm gonna do? I should stop and wait that this cloud go over. And so yeah, I lost a lot of time. So this is, by the way, the sander that I use to sand the whole van, and I use, not sponsored, but I just want to tell you, I use my big Jackery 1000. I think it took like 250 watt of power to power this, and I have 2 solar panels that plug on this, so I had my 2 solar panel and this plug to the Jackery just to power everything, and it worked really well because those 2 solar can pull on a really sunny day like 120 watt, so I didn't lose that much power. It was, some was coming and some was leaving. So last question, would I have done it again now that I know all the work that I take and all that? The answer is yes and no. No, I don't want to do it again. It was a lot of work, but rust come back, so I know I'm gonna have to redo and retouch some area next summer, and every summer pretty much, to make sure that, you know, the rust doesn't come back as bad as it was. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do the touch-up. Obviously it's not gonna be as big as a job that I've done right now because that gluey paint that they put will be gone. That was really the hardest part to remove, guys. That was not the rust, that was that gluey paint. I don't know what to call it, but that was really hard to remove. So yeah, and mistake that I've done on that, some area I went a little bit fast on the sanding, you know, the last grit if you want. I was obviously going like with the 60 grit sandpaper to remove all that glue and all that, and you know, at one point I was a little bit tired, so I should have like maybe like, you know, sand a little bit more with the 120 grit and all that. So some area a little bit rough. I didn't do so much like run of the paint. When I did was mostly on the primer for some reason, and I just like went with the 800 grit or the 320, and it just lightly sand and paint it over again. So yeah, I recommend, yes, if you have to. If you do know someone who can paint your van, and you know, I would done it that way too. My friend Mark know how to paint the van. He offered me his help, but he's not in the same area than me, so maybe he's gonna do some touch up. Maybe Mark, you're gonna do some little touch up here and there. But overall, I'm happy. It look way better than before. I'm proud it's over. I can move on. That was my goal this summer. I was like, I have to do my rust. I have to do it. I'm so happy that I've done it at the beginning of the summer where it was not too warm. So it was really easy for that. and I'm happy that it's over. Now we can travel. Yes, finally. Alright guys, and yeah, that's, by the way, that's the reason why some video was missing here and there, because I was busy on fixing this paint, you know, and this rust. When you start, it's just like you start to see, like, you know, like all shiny and like things looking way better. It's just almost like an eraser. You just want to erase everything. You want to be done with this. So this is why like some video was missing a little bit on my regular. So now it's over. Now we can travel and have fun. The van looking great. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you do have questions, let me know in the comment section below. But like I say, I'm not an expert. If you guys know more about van, rust and repair and paint, you can always help people in the comment section below. And I will see you soon. The van's looking great. Done. By the way, with all the stuff that I didn't use, I'm gonna give back to my friend Mark, who paid van and do van repair and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna throw that in garbage, obviously, and because some of the stuff I already had like a bunch left. Like this, I probably used like a quarter of that, the degreaser. So yeah, Mark, you're gonna have a couple of things that I'm gonna give you.